INSAP and SEDA to they were think tanks for the ruling coalition to going towards to think tanks for the opposition and helping them. So can you first tell us what were you doing over at INSAP and SEDA, and later how did you actually transition over to the DAP academia side?
Yeah, I've always been interested in policy work, and that time when I first joined INSAP after leaving BCG, it was because I knew the director there, and he opened the doors for me, so to speak, and I wanted to find out more about how policy making works in the context of the government. I found out that through my exposure to MCA and Gerakan that the policy component within the two parties, especially within MCA, was not very strong. And in fact, the leaders were probably not that concerned about policy issues at that time because the BN was in a very strong position. So they felt that they could just go on business as usual.
Why the DAP? It's simple.
Yeah, I think once I decided, and it was quite clear to me when I came back from the US that that the BN, because of many historical reasons and baggage, were not capable of changing. And I saw that when I was working with the MCA and Gerakan linked think tanks, that change from within, so to speak. That was why some of the Gerakan leaders joined the party was actually close to impossible. There were other priorities that the party leadership had that were more to do with political concerns of perhaps a more selfish nature, rather than for larger concerns for the country and for the community.
When you came back, why did you go to the DAP then? What was attractive in terms of their research work?
Yeah, I think one of the main reasons is because I knew many of the leaders here already. I had already developed a friendship with the Secretary General Lim Guan Eng. I already known Kit Siang for some time as well. In fact, when I was doing electoral reform research, I actually passed some of my research to him so that he could raise some of these issues in Parliament. So I was comfortable with these two leaders, and also I had been blogging on education-related issues at this blog called educationmalaysia.blogspot.com together with Tony Pua, and he actually invited me to contribute to the DAP. At the same time, I was also invited back to SEDA by Gerakan, and to put it frankly, the financial rewards from actually working in SEDA were much higher than what I would have, what I was, being offered in the DAP. But doing research has never been about money for me. It was always about what the end goals were, which is to try to make Malaysia into a more democratic and better country. And I felt that the leaders in DAP were more committed to that, and that there were more opportunities within the DAP to make a meaningful and positive contribution. I really see a genuine effort among the leadership in the DAP to try to bring in young people into the party in ways which are meaningful, in the sense that they want young people not just for lip service or for symbolism, but also because they wanted to see and tap the ideas of the younger generation. I don't think I'm that young anymore, but I think I still can be a bridge to people who are in their 20s, for example.
As an academician, don't you think that because what you have, all your previous research, people may just dismiss it as being biased, since that you are now with the opposition? For example, your work with Merap and your work with Bersidis are quite important works with regards to electoral role. But seeing that you are now with DAP, certain people may just simply dismiss this as politically biased work, and they won't take it seriously. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, I think those are valid concerns. I would say that my research stands on its own. You can critique the research based on, you should critique the research based on the research itself. So for example, if I found problems with the electoral role, you can easily verify whether those problems are genuine or not. And the Merap project will be wrapping up soon, and I will publish all my findings in a blog where people can download all the information necessary, and they can scrutinize my research to their heart's desires, and they can critique the validity or the objectivity of the research based on what I publish. And I think that should be the key point.
Do you think that now that you're joining politics, you may need to get your hands dirty, since you need to play the political game and perhaps toe the party line as well, rather than being able to have your own individuals, some would say maverick stand, but in terms of being a party, you need to toe the line, so what do you think?
I think I'm lucky in the sense that many of my fundamental beliefs are consistent with what DAP believes in. I also feel that the DAP is broad enough of a party to be able to accept different points of views, but it has to be sort of like expressed in a way which I think is sensitive to the political situation in the country, and how it may affect or be perceived to affect the party. I think this is something that I embrace wholeheartedly, because if you just want to have your own voice, then you shouldn't join politics. You are part of a larger team, and you need to strengthen the team as a whole. So I'm very willing to do that.
This one is what we always asked new people who are joining political parties. Are you contesting?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a standard answer. I think the party will decide. Yeah, I mean that's also a standard answer. It's not for me to decide.
Yeah. But are you interested?
I think I'm open to the idea. The main reason is because I think if you contest with the intention of being a elected rep, you have a greater voice, but at the same time you're also more accountable, right? So I think these two are aspects which I think are two aspects which I'm open to.